Geologists and geographers who've been studying the coast start with the Mississippi River and its levee system. After the 1927 major flooding of the Mississippi River, the federal government decided that they were going to raise the height of levees, and that blocks off the potential for sediment-laced water getting back into wetlands.
It was decided that we should put levees all along the Mississippi River, which of course was very smart from the perspective of defending homes and infrastructure and communities from flooding, but very challenging in the sense that it cut off our sediment source.
Louisiana was growing about 3/4 of a square mile a year, every single year. And when they put the levees on the river, we saw an immediate reversal. So overall, we've lost around 2,000 square miles.
We are losing somewhere in the neighborhood of a football field every 100 minutes, which is just a remarkable statistic to put your mind around.
If we take a portion of our coast right now, say, is subsiding at 10 millimeters per year. The water levels, the sea levels in the Gulf are rising, let's say 3 millimeters a year. So that's 13 millimeters per year of relative sea level rise. What we're not getting is any material to fill that void.
The Mississippi drains a huge portion of the North American continent and carries with it a tremendous amount of not only water, but suspended sediment, silt, sand. During the spring, the river's so high that it overflows its banks. The sediment is carried laterally away from the channel and builds land.
It's been estimated that there are more than 10,000 miles of canals that have been used for exploration and production of oil and gas along the coastline.
When those canals are dug, salt water runs into the wetlands, upsetting the salinity balance and killing off the plants. A family of nutria will eat wetland grasses by eating out the roots. And when that happens, the first storm that comes along, man,
that piece of wetland is just washed away.
Look, we power this nation, we feed this nation, we provide all sorts of commerce for this nation. The Mississippi River system connects to 35 states. You add the rail lines in there, it connects to even more. You can't replicate what we do and have here anywhere else. You really can't. We have such an incredible just kind of natural advantage or strategic asset here. 65% of the grains from the Midwest, 65% of all those farms, they come down here and depend upon our port system to get them out to market.
Within the $50 billion Coastal Master Plan, there's $6 billion that if they had that $6 billion would go towards helping people to raise their houses or flood-proof their businesses. And unfortunately, though, that's not a priority. It doesn't seem for the state. The state has been putting money into coastal restoration projects and flood control elsewhere. The program itself hasn't had a lot of participation. I think like of the 100 people who live on the island, only 20 people have even participated in a survey. They also say that they don't feel very well heard by the state. So this is problematic because this is supposed to be the first time that the federal government is giving a community money to relocate because of the threat of climate change, and it's not going so well. Residents of Ile de Jean Charles, which is an island that is rapidly eroding. This island has dramatically shrunk in size, and people have moved off the island every hurricane. A lot of people who are left just don't have the means to move off the island.
The state of Louisiana in 2012 decided to do a coastal master plan and pick those projects that are going to do the most good.
Not only can we model the flows and the river stages or the water levels in the Mississippi River, we can also model or simulate the transport or the movement of the Mississippi River sand down the river. And we can do all of that in roughly 1 hour to replicate 1 year on the river.